particulars, which will at the same time make the reader thoroughly acquainted with nations of which may be said this day very little have been known. In other words, he was saying that they were Israelites. He said they descended from the Israelites. Okay? They descended from the Israelites.
Huh? The Lord himself spoke to Paul. Jesus, no, you agreed that it was spiritual. No, you agree that he was spiritual. Yes, he was in spiritual form. So what language did he speak to Paul in? No, come on, man. All right, when he was what? No, let's read it out the Bible. Read.
Acts 26:13. At midday, O king, I saw in the way a light from heaven, above the brightness of the sun, shining round about me and them which journey with me. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue. In the Hebrew tongue.
About the reading material.
I'm gonna come back to you, Lord.
You got some so-called black people that think they're black, but they're really white people. They have dark skin with woolly hair.
I'm gonna have to, because
Read, brother, read that. Matthew 13. Right there, the 14th verse. Is this it? Yeah, read. 24. Matthew 13 and 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. This man is the heavenly Father.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. All honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, who is worthy to be counted with double honors. I want to give peace and salutations to the brothers that's out there pushing the truth in all love and sincerity and of the love of the gospel. All right. Basically, the title of this video, I'm gonna name it, is going to be Thawada equal Thawada within parentheses. Thank you, elder and apostles of Great Millstone. First reason for giving me this truth, you know. Because without them, without the elder and apostles, I would never have the truth. All right. But you know, through them, through the elder, through Yahweh and Yahushua setting up the apostles, you know, none of us, you know, will not have it, you know, because the Lord set up the elder and apostles to basically project the truth, you know. That's why the Lord set them up for so many years. You know, as you've seen in the beginning videos, he set them up as a ranking structure. You know, that's why the elders are so knowledgeable. You know, that's why the elders know so much about the scriptures. You know, that's why the elders are. That's why this thing of ours is about what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is not of men. All right. That's why the elders has been pushing as long as they have, you know. All right, that's why we call them our spiritual parents, because they are our spiritual parents, man. You know, from elder apostle to Har on down, you know. All right, first scripture I'm going to get is you know, basically the bread and butter of, you know, basically the bread and butter of you know, the elder scripture, you know, which is what? 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 17. It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors. All right. So who's that talking about, man? It's really talking about you know, the elder apostles of Great Millstone. You know, those are our elders, man. No, and there's no way around it, man. If you come in this thing 10 years from now, 9 years ago, you know, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, you know, 4, 3, 2, 1, all it doesn't matter what year you came around, man. You are up under elders, man. Just like in the movie, 300, man. Leonidas was a king. But who do you have to go to council for? Who do you have to bribe? The elders. Who do he has to go? Who did he have to go to see was it okay? The elders, man. All right. So let's look up that word honor. Hmm. All right. That word honor, man, is what first?
Strong's G 5092, Timay. Timay.
All right. Today it says what? It says a value by which. Let's fucking see. It says what? It says a value by which the price is fixed. It says a price that's fixed itself. It says and the price paid or received for a person or a thing bought or sold. It says what honored, which belong or is showing to one. All right, this is what we're supposed to show towards the elders, man. It is honor. All right, it says of honor, which one has been reason of rank. All right, now what's rank, man? For those who don't, who don't once words broken down to them little by little, man. Let's go on the word rank. Fucking computer going slow as shit. Damn. What the hell? Okay, kind. All right. The word rank. It says what? A position. Just like your brothers. It says what? It says a position in hierarchy. It says of the honor of the army force. And are we not in the military? You know, are we not in the military? Are we doing? Don't we supposed to be in a military state of mind? You know, are we not in war? You know, it says what? It's position of in hierarchy of the army forces. It says a single line of soldier or police force drawn up abreast. All right. Synonym is what? A row, line, file, column, string, train, process. You know, and if you're holding somebody in that rank, depending on what type of ranking structure he's in, you know, or what type of a level he's on. If the elders has been pushing it for 30 years plus, or 25 years plus, or 20 years plus, and you've only been pushing it for 2-3 years plus, hey, that elder apostle is going to be in a higher ranker than you. He's going to be above you, you know, because because the Lord brought him in it before you to be to lead you, you know. All right. Now, if you go down to the first, it says what? It says classified, class, category, rate, grade. You know, which is that's exactly what rank is, man. It's grading for your performance, man. If you try to go if you once you write down all your answers on the test and hand it to the teacher gives you what a grade back to see what was your performance, man. For you doing all that studying to try to pass that test, you know. And do not the Lord test us, you know? Are we not tested? You know? Um, where is it at? Okay, right here it says as honor, it says which is one reason of rank. a state of officers, which is hold. All right, and that's exactly what the elder apostles are, man. You know, they're in rank. They're in a high ranking. You know, so as the scripture says, is that let the elders that rule well be counted. What should they be counted of? Worthy. Slacky fucking pop ups. It says what? It says be counted. What? I fucking god, what the fuck? Damn. It says what? Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of what? Double honors, right? So you're supposed to give them elders double honors, man. You know? It says what? Especially to who? Especially to which ones? They who labor in the word and doctrine. So it's supposed to be double honors into the elders, but especially those who labor into the word and the doctrine. You know, like the elder apostle, elder apostles of Great Millstone, who's been laboring ever since they got into the truth, man. Who can prove from since day one they've been out there on the streets, man, teaching the same thing, man. How somebody can come against the elders and saying, well, elders, no, this isn't right. What you've been teaching for such amount of years, that's actually wrong, and you're going off now, and you've been doing this so wrong, and so that's like, I just had a son a couple, months ago. Matter of fact, he's turning 1 soon, and that's like he just being born, telling me, hey, father, you're doing this wrong. You're supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to do it that way. You know, that's what them guys from fucking Detroit, man. That's what the spirit they got. But that's the demon they got on them, man. Saying they can surpass their elders, man. Saying we've surpassed the elders. You know, we are more greater than the elders now. You know, and it's funny, and it's funny. It's funny that how as soon as somebody get kicked out or somebody gets cast out, all of a sudden the elder apostles of Great Millstone are going off. Just all of a sudden. No, yeah, now the elders apostles of Great Millstone are going off. You know? Now it's a complete different story now. You know? Now it's basically, once you were in, everything was all hunky dory and cool, but now that you've been casted out, everything has been changed now, All right, but I'm trying to stay in the spirit. So I'm going to my next scripture. First Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, "What? Let all things be done decently in order, because why? The Lord is not the author of confusion, man. If the Lord set up, certain men to teach His word, and pull fruit, pull His hopeful elect in, which the brothers you see, out on highways and byways is a part of the hopeful elect, If that's the elder's job, hey man, they're doing their job, man. Because if the elders was like, well, you know what, I believe that we don't have to go out 24/7. Maybe we only can go out, only in the summer and the winter. I mean, only in the summer and the spring. Then the Lord's elect will be. I ain't gonna say basically. I'm not gonna say basically delay of coming, because the Lord's elect is gonna come back to the Lord no matter what. Let's get that first foremost and straight. The Lord's elect is gonna come back no matter what. But the Lord used men to wake up the elect, man. And the Lord is using the elders, apostles of a Great Millstone to wake up the elect. Why? Because through the elders and apostles, look how many brothers has woken up, man. Look how much fruit the elder apostles of Great Millstone has, man. Even for those who fell out, even those who fell out and start teaching other things and start their own groups and go off to somewhere else, just see, how many now if they fall out and go somewhere completely, left field, hey, that's on really on them, man. That's what the elder was saying when he said, hey, Go watch if you go out there and watch them witchcrafts and watch them other groups and everything, man, and you get caught up in that shit, and that's on you, man. You know, and it really is, man. You think about it, it really is. 'Cause if you go out there and believe in that shit, man, if you look at the flat Earth doctrine or the Earth is a triangle, the Earth is a rectangle, and you actually believe that wholeheartedly in your head, that's your conscience is sealed. Hey, man, that's on you, man. That's you believing that shit, man. That just shows you that you never had faith in the first place. You know, that's what the elder was really, saying about that video, man. If you fall out for some bullshit like that, that means you never had faith in the first place, man. You know, so watch that shit if you want to. But if you think, oh no, I ain't gonna watch that because that shit might have me really thinking that shit. Then don't watch the shit then. But if you think oh man, I'm all good, I'm grounded in the truth. I know this, I know that, and you watch that shit and you get fucking caught up out there saying, damn, that shit do make sense. Damn, let me go on here and research that some more. Oh shit. Let me bring this to the elders, man. Maybe hey, this shit makes sense to me, man. Let me go ahead and do this shit, man. And the elders cut your ass out for that, man. And you still defending that? Hey man, that's up there, man. That's all on you, man. You know? Your ass should have never been studying that shit, man. You know? And it also just shows you that you never had faith in what you really believe, because the elect is gonna believe in the truth no matter what, man. You know, the weak, the little faith all the way to the greatest faith, man. The elder, the brother, the elect is gonna have complete faith on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Just like it says in Revelations, what they say, they shall follow the Lamb whether he shall goest, man. Because that's the elect's husbandry, man. You know, Yahweh is the elect's husband, man. You know, spiritual husband. You know, all right. I'm not gonna, draw this all long. This is just basically just a little, quick hit, quick cut, as you know, as a channel that says quick cut. Next scripture, goodness, trying to get is 5:38. 38. Here it is, right here. It says, and this is basically a scene, in the book of Acts, man. And it says what? And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of man, so basically, if these guys, if the elders has brought this upon themselves, like let's just teach that the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans are Israelites. Let's teach that that the so-called white man is going to slavery. The other nations are going to slavery. We're in America, which is Babylon. Let's fuck it. Two-thirds of our people is not going into the kingdom and shit like that. They just created all this from themselves. Let's say that, just for a minute. Let's just say that all this is just what the elders, with a group of friends just wanted to do and see how far can they get away from it. Let's see what the scripture says. It says, if this counsel or this work be of men, which I just explained, it says it will come to naught. Basically, what it says, it's not gonna come to nothing, man. The Lord's not gonna allow this to go no further. The Lord's gonna cut it down right there, man. It's gonna come to naught, man, which means nothing. All right. It says, but what? But it says, but if this be of God, which is if the Lord gave the elders and apostles and and the great men of Great Millstone the wisdom and the knowledge of Himself, then what? It says, ye cannot overthrow it. You cannot overthrow it. Basically, man, no matter what you say, man, no matter how much you come against this thing, you're not going to be able to gainsay over it, man. You're not going to be able to waive the elect. You're not going to be able to say, hey, man, hey, no, that's not right, but that's not right, and get thousands and thousands of brothers to come follow you. And even if you do, that means they're not part of the elect anyways, But you're not gonna shift the elect and have the elect completely going off again, man. You're not gonna be able to overthrow the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, it says, least happily ye be found even to fight against Yahweh. So you're finding yourself fighting. So if you got to really examine yourself, you got to really examine, like, man, if I'm coming against the elders, or if I'm saying something against the elders, man, I'm probably fighting with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up the elders, man. My camp leader, always tells me, always lets the younger brothers in the camp know, hey man, don't come straight to me with problems, man. I set up these brothers to handle you guys' problems, man. If you skip over them and try to get to me, that just makes me seem that you don't trust my judgment, man. Because I trust these brothers to handle them certain problems, man. I trust these brothers to handle you younger brothers' problems. And if you younger brothers skip over them to come straight to me with your problems, you don't trust my judgment in these brothers, man. That means you disrespecting me. Cause you saying, nah, bro, bro, them guys I don't trust them guys, man. I don't know why you set them up. And that means you disrespecting basically how I set up. So you saying I'm wrong for setting these guys up? You saying I was going off setting these guys up? And that's exactly what happens, when people come against the elders and the great men of Great Millstone, man. So I didn't want to drag it off too long. That's all I basically wanted to really bring out. First of all, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and then secondly, I want to give I want to give double honors, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Thwada for preaching the truth as long as you have been. Thwada for giving me the truth, through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Thwada of being an example of how a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua should be for as many years as you've been pushing on, you know. And I want to give peace and salutations to the brothers that's out there, pushing the truth in all love and sincerity and the love of the gospel. All right, we're almost up out of here. Stay strong in the truth, stay strong in the faith. Try not to get weak. Continue in the fight. Continue in the run. Run well. Do not get weary. Don't let nobody hinder you from doubting the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. And with that, I want to say shalom.